While the issue of violence in video games is one of the most talked about, researchers are also studying other more ubiquitous effects of gaming. Specifically, they're interested in what appears to be addictive behavior by heavy gamers, and the subsequent isolation they experience from the real world around them.
Sometimes I lose myself in the game, like my mom calls me, you want to go to eat? No, she goes like, go throw out the garbage. I go like, Then after an hour, my mom goes like, why didn't you throw out the garbage? I go like, you never asked me.
When a gamer reaches this point of psychological disconnection, they have entered what's called the zone. The zone is the nirvana of digital gaming. Once in it, players experience a state of deep concentration, total absorption, and an alternating sense of reward and punishment. Being in the zone is like being in a trance-like state, a state of virtual existence where the physical surrenders to the digital.
I can't hear anything. I hear something, but it's hard.
You're just playing the game?
Yeah, I'm just playing the game, and I'm like, okay, When I was talking to you, he just beat me so easily because I wasn't like into the game. But now, when I'm into the game, it's so hard to talk.
There is no doubt that kids are reporting getting lost in the flow of the video game, in the immersion and in the excitement and intensity of that play experience. Point is, when they get lost, they're cutting themselves off from other things.
According to Klein, heavy gamers are reporting feelings of isolation as they begin to recognize the trade-off between playing video games and giving up other activities in their lives. Yet game developers maintain that immersion into the digital world is not problematic.
I think the ability to go into an alternative reality is great. I think it's a really healthy thing to do.
The isolation question is probably the biggest myth about video games, because video games are an incredibly social activity.
Maybe there are people that get lost in them, but I have a feeling that maybe people that want to live in those worlds more of the time than reality are going to find ways to do that regardless.
In fact, there is some social scientific data to support the industry's claim that video gaming is a healthy activity. According to several studies, video games are said to help children develop skills such as visualization, concentration, and problem solving. As well, a study of 200 students in both the United States and Italy found that video games help develop spatial skills and informally prepare children for learning about science and technology. However, these studies fail to recognize the powerful psychological effect of the moment when an otherwise healthy activity turns to a compulsion, and when compulsion begins to resemble an addiction.
When we say video games are addictive, we mean in the same sense that chocolate and television is addictive. We mean that video games are experienced as a compulsive behavior, a behavior that kids will give up other things that they also like to do in order to play, that they'll play an increasing amount over a time, and that they find it very difficult to stop.
Who would say then that video games are addictive?
When I got first Duke Nukem 3D, I was addicted to that. And then later when I borrowed Warcraft 2 from a friend, I was addicted to that because I'm always in there. Must pass this level, must pass this level, must pass this level.
If you play them a lot and you like that game so much, you can't stop playing, you have to keep playing.
And do you think you're addicted to video games? You do?
Yeah.
This inability to stop is exactly what game manufacturers are trying to create. Great graphics, intricate gameplay, and the seamless immersion into virtual reality are called in the trade the ingredients of compulsion. And while some game developers insist video games are not addictive,
I've never seen a study that says that video games are naturally addictive.
Others admit it's exactly the response they are looking for.
I like to make games that are addictive, and I like to be addicted to games. Because at that point I feel like I've bought into a compelling experience, and it's part of being immersed in the whole thing. I mean, addiction is a word that you're choosing to use for a compelling experience.
Are these games addictive?
Yeah.
Yes. I think so. I think so.
I can stop. I can get out of the house.
I know I could stop if I get so angry at the game. If I get angry at the game, who wouldn't stop? I would try and kill my machine.
But they're addictive.
Yeah.
How do you mean by that?
Oh, they hit each other. They make you go back and want more.
Regardless whether or not video games are addictive in the true sense of the word, it's clear they are having a significant impact on youth, as kids themselves report they feel addicted to video games. Of course, there are still many unanswered questions regarding video games and their impact on our kids and our culture. However, what we do know is that video games are a $17 billion a year business, a business that has redefined the media landscape and forever changed the way children play.